5 Stars by Game Day 1 is brought to you by Veolia. Visit veolianorthamerica.com to find ways to conserve water and save money in their rebate program.
It is championship week in Section 1 football. All 5 section finals are set. We obviously knew Class D in the preseason with Tuckahoe taking on Haldane, but the other 4 matchups are ready to go at Mahopac this weekend. You can watch those games online, streaming on NBC's Sports Engine Play on the app, or you can watch on the browser, powered by Local Live. I will be there broadcasting the games. Very excited to bring those to you. How do those teams all get to the section championship? Huge Week 9 performances by these players that are going to headline our 5 stars from Week 9. First 5-star, we're going to give it to all of Dobbs Ferry. Not the entire town, just the football team. Obviously, they were so good in their turnaround win 2 weeks ago. They lost to Putnam Valley by 27 points. They beat them 54-13 on Friday night on the road. That is a 68-point turnaround. Turnarounds like that in high school football, you just don't see it, and all because of how well they played, basically, as a team. But first off, give it to Joe Cox, the head coach. He deserves a game ball here, but Kevin Hartnett, he ran for 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jackson Kearns also went over 100 yards rushing, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also threw a touchdown pass, did only 10 carries. Killian O'Connor, also over 100 yards rushing, 101, a touchdown, 18 carries. O'Connor and Jake Piccoli also had 7 tackles each. Lateef Smith forced a fumble, recovered, and has scored a touchdown off that. Dobbs Ferry in the Section 1 Class C final against Valhalla, which is coming off a bye. Very interesting matchup because, we're going to talk about revenge tour a lot this week with Ardsley and Pleasantville beating teams they lost to in the regular season. Dobbs Ferry did the same. Now they play each other for a championship. Valhalla, Dobbs Ferry. Going to be a fun Class C matchup. That game is noon on Saturday. Our other next 5-star, going to give it to Chris Uliano of Rye. Missed a couple weeks, and we saw Rye still won, still look solid, but we see when he's back just how good Rye really is. State champions last year in Class B and back in the Class A championship game after he ran for 120 yards, 13 carries, 2 touchdowns, had a big touchdown run in the first quarter of this game, really set a tone to beat Yorktown. Rye just, Yorktown never really had a chance. With Iliano being able to control the ball, they're able to run the football better. They open up the passing game a little bit more. The efficiency you saw of Carson Boone Miller, 8 of 10 passing. Rye is a complete team when they have Chris Uliano. He is back. He is healthy. Who's the best running back in Section 1? I said it the other night that it might be Jquan Johnson, who's our next 5-star honoree from North Rockland. He sure proved it on Friday night. He ran for 4 touchdowns in this game, also intercepted a pass, 240 yards on the ground on 23 carries. Jquan Johnson was just so good. He is getting better and better and better as the season goes on. North Rockland is in the Section 1 Class AA final. They're going to take on Mamaroneck, who we didn't see coming. Maybe some people did. I didn't totally see them going on the road and beating Scarsdale. They do it thanks to our next 5-star, Will Prevost, kicking his second walk-off game-winning field goal. Reminds me of a player from years ago from Dobbs Ferry, Nathaniel Greenstein. Hit 2 game-winning field goals. Did in the section championship, did in the state championship. Prevost, not quite, but winning these games where they did to be Carmel defending Section 1 champions in the regular season, and then a playoff win over Scarsdale. Walk-off, kick, 26-yarder, and Mamaroneck is moving on to the section final. And my last 5-star, going to get 5 stars back-to-back weeks. Louis Sadal deserves it from Pleasantville. He has been the workhorse for this team the last 2 weeks. He has proven to maybe be the best player in Class B the last couple weeks. He has completely changed this Pleasantville team by going to the Wildcat, but also being in the middle of his defense. He ran for 97 yards on 26 carries. It doesn't sound great, but when you look at what Westlake's defense has done all season against opposing running games, it is great. So doing that, running for a touchdown, also on defense, had 10 tackles, 2 sacks, just set a tone, shut out Westlake, which is a Westlake team that had run the ball well all season long. Nick Reich, obviously a pick 6 in this game in the fourth quarter to seal it as Pleasantville is going back to the Section 1 championship game. It is Pleasantville against Ardsley in Class B. We told you North Rockland, Mamaroneck in Class AA on Saturday night. Ryan Somers, the dream matchup in Class A. Tuckahoe Haldane on Friday afternoon. And of course, Valhalla taking on Dobbs Ferry on Saturday afternoon. Excited for this weekend. I don't think right now, before I make my picks, and that'll come later in the week, I don't feel confident in one team winning this weekend. It's going to be a great one at Mahopac.